We also have the University of Essex grant on geolocations. We have the grant document for feasibility study on the Gambia solid waste management of the Bakote dump site and sanitary landfill RFP. We have the grant document on building climate resilience through sustainable biodegradable waste management in the Kanifing municipality. Yes, I believe these are
the financing of the Fund for the Innovation in Development, the on-granting agreement between University of Essex and California Municipal Council. We have the document addressed to the Mayor, Talib Bensouda of KMC. The subject feasibility study, recommendations, request for proposal, Carnival Municipal Council, the Gambia Solid Waste Management. We have the final narrative report, the building climate resilience through sustainable biodegradable waste management in KMC. These documents are photocopies, and we apply to have them admitted into evidence and marked as exhibit.
Mr. Mayor Bensouda, this agreement seems incomplete.
Which one?
Let me give the registrar this document, and please tell us whether it's the complete document.
It seems the pages are mixed up. Page number.
Whilst I check through, and Mayor Bensouda?
Yes, ma'am.
While I read through, can you please remove them and reorganize it? Two. The Granting Authority, European Commission, Local Government Authorities, Partnership for Sustainable Cities 2021. This is Annex 2, that is grant application form, full application. That is, it contains the budget lines, which reference is European Aid 171273/DH/ACT/multi. A letter dated the 8th of December 2021 It is addressed to Kajali Jane, and the letter emanated from the European Union. It has the subject Carnifing Environmental Transformation Program, KETP, using a sustainable focus on new integrated waste management approaches to drive environmental, social, and economic transformation in Carnifing. And the reference is CTR 2021/428-416, European aid, that is 171273/DH/ACT/multi, that is the local authorities. This is Partnership for Sustainable Cities 2021. And the letter is signed by Corrado Pampalomi, head of delegation. In Carnifing Municipal Council. These documents are admitted in evidence together in a bundle as exhibit, and they are marked as LGC/KMC/TAB/011.
Ask the Commission, please. Is that all?
Yeah.
Very well. We start with the issue of the hiring of counsel. We have, from the documents you have presented, the letter from AB & Co. addressed to KMC with respect to the change of lawyer to the 4th of January 2019. Please have a look at this document. It is also in exhibit.
Yes.
Now, 3 names were suggested to the council, correct?
Yeah.
Can you please read out the names of the legal practitioners?
Mrs. Yasin Senghor Law Practice, Mr. Moses B. Johnson Richards, Moses B. Johnson Richards and Associates, and MB Ronke Jane Jagana, Semeka Chambers.
All right. Now, Ms. Yasin Senghor had already had affiliation with the council before this?
Yes.
In what capacity?
She was an expert in the Appointments and Establishment Committee.
Okay. Now, she eventually became the lawyer of council from the 3 lists provided, correct?
Yes.
Now,
service, we would decide at the council level.
okay. Now, the other 2 lawyers, Ibironke of council and Mr. Richards of council as well, were they contacted? Do you know?
I cannot say that with authority.
Okay. I ask this because we do not see any evidence of these 2 lawyers contacted, and that this would be contrary to the requirements of the GPPA regulations, which talks about request for proposals. Are you familiar with the process to hire consultants, the legal consultants or other consultants in relation to publication or technical or professional journal? Now, we do not see anywhere that KMC has reached out to at least 3 shortlisted professionals, legal consultants. And so what all we see is that the council had deliberation, as you have said, in relation to who to pick. Would that not be contrary to the GPA Act and Regulation in relation to how to appoint or contract a lawyer?
May I see the section you were referring to?
Please go to 94. It's on to 94.
Manager, I believe, and then she was assisting during my campaign. Nuru Adams was part of my team, my campaign team, as my protocol officer assisting me.
Now, you employed a cleaner? Did the council employ a cleaner that you worked with prior?
During that time?
Yes.
I cannot recall.
You can't recall. Now, do you know the process that was followed in the appointment of Ms. Fall and Mr. Dean?
I wouldn't say I know step for step, but when I came into office, there was many people who wanted to work in KMC and work for me, from the general public and of course people around me. So I refer them to the establishment or the HR, and they would go ahead with the process. How
did you do this referral? Is it written referral or the verbal referral?
Verbal. I would tell them go to the HR or go to the establishment.
Now, appointments are generally supposed to be advertised, correct?
They may be advertised.
Maybe. What would be the circumstance that would suggest that an appointment does not have to necessarily be advertised? Is there any exception to it?
I'm not very familiar with the rules on advertisements, but I know it says maybe, they may be advertised.
May be advertised. Now, we have Mr. Dean as protocol officer. He testified here. And we also have the chairman of the establishment committee at the time, I think is Habib. What is Habib? Sise? Habib ML Sise. He gave a statement initially. Can we have Mr. Sise's statement? Who said in his statement that he was given a list by the mayor, that's you at the time, to employ those people and that caused a problem in council. What is your reaction to that?
I think it's incorrect if he says I gave him a list. What happened when I got elected, and it happens every day, thousands of people want to work at KMC, and I interface with them. So I remember 40 people came to my office who were part of the campaign, and I referred them to either him or HR.
Yes.
I am not the right authority for that. But if he says it's a list, that is incorrect.
Now, Habib's statement, let me read. The statement is given on the 31st July 2023, even though when he testified openly, he tried to walk back on some of those statements. I will read his statement, the third paragraph. It reads, on the appointments of Nuruddin Adams, Aisatou Fall, Sanjali, Yusufa Salah, and Babakar Jami, I can vividly remember that these appointments were praised properly. Now, is this correct?
I don't recall it that way.
Okay.
When I won my election, hundreds, if not thousands of people want to work at KMC. They come to my office and say they want to work for KMC. I refer all of them to the HR. Sometimes I refer them to the establishment and committee chairperson. If I had it my way, I would personally ensure that all of those people were employed, but I can't have that power as per the law. But nevertheless, Habib Sise, if you know him, he always demands that things go as per procedure. When I refer people to him, he says they must go through procedure, and he insists and makes sure they always go through procedure. But I had wished that I would have the power to come in and hire who I deemed fit at the time, but I could not. So
those who submitted these minutes of meetings, and then just to read first,
I can read.
Those that were present in the document we have. He will now, of course, please kindly read the names of the individuals that are present in the.
It says Talib Bensouda, Lord Mayor, Habib Sise, Chairman, Lamin K. Jammeh, Member, Yasin Senghor, Member, Moduge, Member, Maria da Costa, Member, Peter Mendy, Member, Salama Jai, Acting CEO, Demboja, Secretary.
Okay. Now, is it, let me just see the document. You don't think it is legitimate? It's a legitimate document?
No, what I'm saying is I'm not a member of the establishment committee.
Right.
Number two, I do not attend establishment committee meetings. Number three, when I'm setting up a committee, I'm the one who inaugurates the committee and I give advice.
Right.
And number four, when I feel like a committee needs to do something, I can invite them to my office to give them advice.
Right.
But I don't attend committee meetings.
Okay. So this is signed by Habib ML Sise. Says the individuals present are Lord Mayor, Talib Bensouda, Habib Sise, Lamin K. Jammeh, Yasin Senghor, Modu Gay, Maria da Costa, Peter Mendy. Public Relations Manager to be put on hold. Ms. Fall was already employed on the 7th. Were you aware of this?
Not during the commission, I heard about it, yes.
Right. Now, the application of Ms. Fall is also dated on the 7th of June 2018. Let me show you.
Yes.
Now, it appears from the documents we have that the application, which is on the 7th of June 2018, was the same date that Ms. Fall was appointed, and the Establishment and Appointment Committee would sit over it the following day. So it is as if the Appointment Committee was not on the same page with the appointing officer, that is the office of the CEO, which was signed by Demboja. Is that not an issue?
It is incorrect.
It's incorrect. Now, the position of Aissatou Fall is, can you please read what the position that she was appointed for under the appointment?
Public Affairs Manager?
Yes. Public Affairs Manager. What grade is that?
10.1.
Now, Ms. Fall's highest qualification, if I can recall, is, we see here a certificate of, before that, actually a certificate or a diploma in IT. Would that be an ideal position for the position of a manager in this?
The qualification as per the scheme of service,
Yes.
but because of their track record or because of their experiences, we would recommend that they be hired, I think, through indirect entry. But the schematics they use, the points they use, I'm not too familiar with it.
Can you please avail to us the scheme of service.
I don't have it with me right now. I think
Yes.
I gave it to, what did I give to Madam? I think HR audit. HR audit. Okay, I will try to ask them for the scheme of service.
Please do that. Yes, I think it's exhibit HR audit. Can we please see it? Now, the same as well with Mr. Adams.
Yes.
Mr. Adams too was employed.
Just
Yes.
find out from Mayor Bensouda, you recall that the LGSC, that is the Local Government Service Commission, is mandated under the law to appoint people at a certain grade level.
Yes.
And
Establishment committee insisted that no, it has to go through process, and it did.
Now, the appointment of, example, Nuruddin, he confirmed, he said that I had even taken part in the campaign of the mayor. We think the appointment was a fair process, that there are, of course, hundreds of Gambians who would have be qualified to hold these positions. And the same with the public relations officer or manager. Do you not think there should have been a fair process, advertise these positions so that people can apply and fill these positions?
So thousands of people have campaigned for me. Even more thousands have voted for me. And a lot of them have wanted work at KMC. I've received thousands of applications. But I am the one who took it upon myself to refer them. But like I said, there was about 40, when I first came into office,
yes.
40 people from my own team, campaign team, came to me and said they are looking for work.
Yes.
And I refer all of them. I said go to the HR.
Yes. That is why I said that to have these positions to be advertised, you would agree with me, is the best in this circumstance. Because if you have a vacant position to fill in a public space, without a special qualification, the individuals that are appointed do not have special qualifications. In fact, the HR audit specifically outlined the individuals. For instance, if you look at the issue of Nuruddin Adams, the qualification is just certificate in business studies, diploma, result in business studies, and O-level certificate. You can have someone who is more qualified than Nuruddin Adams, certainly, correct?
Can you ask again, sorry? You said?
You can have applicants who, if it is open to advertisement, would have been more qualified than Nuruddin Adams.
Yes, you can, absolutely.
Good. So as a file, the qualification is an attestation of competence.
And I said, look, I know you've been employed, but you are my uncle. I would not like you to stay here. So I asked him to resign, and I employed him directly through my NGO. So those are the two ones.
No, now, Babakar Jammeh, we have Nuruddin Adams, we have Ms. Fall, I think one other. I think the cleaner, we don't have the name. Now, the question was for these people, would you say that it is just coincidence, the appointments were without your influence?
I wouldn't say it's coincidence. It's 4 people out of 1,200 staff.
Right.
It's 4 people that I would have loved to work in KMC.
Right.
I would have loved to bring many more people as part of my team who I trust and can rely on. But the fact of the matter is I can't. The most I can do is I can refer them to the right authorities, and those authorities can decide or not. But I can tell you for a fact, I am dissatisfied that I could not come in with my team. I would have wished to employ my full office, and one of the issues with change in politics is that you don't want to inherit employees of. But like I said, the council entrusts these committees
Yes.
to exercise oversight on the administration. But council has never exercised oversight on a committee. A councillor can detect an anomaly, or a staff or a director, or even a member of the general public, and report it to the council. But it's not a function, and it's not in law. I don't think anybody ever thought of it as far as Gambia is concerned, but it's something to look at, and I think maybe that's one of the things should be looked at.
All right, thank you very much. Now we go to issues of employment. Yes. The staff of council, how are they employed? When you came in 2018, what did you find on the ground in relation to who has the power to employ staff of council? I mean, the CEO down.
So when we came, there was a lot of movements made by the interim body. I think they were acting more of an executive than a council. Right. Now, the first thing we were struggling with is no scheme of service. The HR office was not well equipped, so it was how to get started. So we constituted the committee to sort of guide us. And the HR expert suggested we do an HR audit to understand what is in the staff, the square pegs and round holes, etc. Now, at the initial time when I came, we
have 14th of January 2021, appointment on contract for Mr. Fakanya. We have Adam Ajame, 1st of February 2021. 10th of February 2022, 30th of September 2022, 30th of September 2023. We have contract renewals for COM Sabali, 10th of February 2022, 30th of September 2022, February 6, 2019. I want you to take a look at this.
And the database should be the memory. But he always spoke about the transfer of properties and not enough paper trail, lost records, and he had that memory. So it was a debate in every general council. For Sabali, again, he would raise the same issues. So most of those recommendations were coming from the Department of Finance. Now, to your answer directly, they were bringing it to the General Council as a contract extension because I believe, according to them, it did not need the Local Government Service Commission because these were staff of council already. And according to them, if I remember, they are entitled to 2 years contract extension up to 3 times. I remember that was the debate that was brought there. They said they are entitled to 2 years contract extensions up to 3 times, which is 6 years.
Yes, but the question is, who has the authority to award either contract extensions or award contract employment on contracts during this period?
Yeah, the authority for employment
yes.
And staff matters above a certain grade is the Local Government Service Commission.
Right.
But like I said, on the issue of these 2 characters, their argument was that they are already staff and that was within their authority at the time. So unless you can refer me to the contract section.
Did the council seek for advice in relation to the employment? Because there is nowhere that we see that gives either council the powers or the CEO or any CEO the powers to employ people on contract. I think what the CEOs have is that during this period they can employ people grade 3 and...
I remember once.
Yes.
And I think the Service Commission has once invited the establishment committee. At that time they used to meet about such matters. And I believe it was resolved, to my belief. Yeah.
Do you know how it was resolved?
Because usually what the law says is the establishment should refer to the Local Government Service Commission. So they do have a direct relationship.
Yes.
They update the council accordingly.
Yes. I think it's the functions of the Establishment Committee, yes. Section 37 of the Local Government Act 2002, which reads that the that the establishment committee shall, subject to this act and any other enactment, be responsible for A, recommending to its local government service commission the appointment, dismissal, conditions of service and discipline of officers and other employees of its council and any matter connected to therewith, and B, such other functions as its council may deem fit. So that going by what we see here, to us here, the investigation.
If I remember.
Yes, Mr. Kamusavakani, I examined Mr. Kamusavakani here. Mr. Kamusavakani, do we know his qualifications, academic qualifications?
I have never checked his qualifications. I just felt that he was a presidential advisor.
Right.
He was appointed by the president in the interim management. When I came in, what I was looking at was the impact he has had on the ground. That was my concern. But in terms of the technicalities, that was the establishment.
Mr. Kadma,
He was given a consultancy.
I will tell you that 94.2, that a procuring organization shall submit a request for proposal for the approval to the authority as applicable. So the authority has to approve. So if it is marked as a consultant.
If, from my knowledge,
Yes.
if it's above 500,000, but below 500,000, the CEO has discretion, because there's many instances where the CEO takes consultancies or takes temporary work and pays honorarium at their discretion.
Okay. So this says shall. It says a procuring organization shall submit a request for proposal for the approval to the authority. Now, for this one, it's very specific, and it will require the usual process that we have a minimum of 3 consultants contacted, and then a request for proposal sent to them, requested that they send their proposals, which would include the financial and technical proposals that would aid the council first, either through its various committees or by itself, to go through these proposals that are sent, financial, technical, and otherwise academic qualifications, so as to know who the best candidate would be.
Well, I would have to look at the whole law, because I think there's a section on single sourcing and specialized services.
Yes.
But like I said, as far as the council is concerned, below 500,000 is the discretion of the CEO, and above it is between the council and GPPA.
So single sourcing 2 still talks about emergency situations. For instance, it says on page 46, section 46, if you go by the 2022 Act, Gambia Public Procurement Act, which is this an exceptional non-competitive procurement method that can only be used under the following conditions, irrespective of the estimated value of the contract. So, A, where due to the exceptional circumstances that the procuring organization could not have foreseen, and that can in no way be attributed to them, the time limits for the competitive procedures cannot be met. The circumstances invoked to justify extreme urgency shall in no way be attributable to any department or staff of the procuring organization, in this case KMC. B, where for technical reason or reasons involving the protection of exclusive rights or proprietary goods, services, the contract can be awarded only to a particular economic operator. Standardization of equipment or spare parts to be compatible with existing equipment, and the list goes on. Or C, for such to be justified. Right.
He's one of the most operationally effective and proficient characters you can find in this country if you need things done. When he came, we had a similar doubt as to qualifications, etc.
Right.
But then we saw the rationale behind the appointment from the OP. And I guess the council, these issues are always debated at the council floor.
Right.
And there's many councillors like yourself who look at the regulations and they look at the requirements. But at the end of the day, what was decided, we cannot hire him directly through the establishment rules. So let the CEO, through his ability to hire consultants, use him. But I believe he has been one of the most effective operators I have seen in this country.
Mr. Kanye, when we interviewed the various employees, what we got from that is Mr. Kanye almost felt that he was beyond.
He regulated our markets.
Reducing.
I can attest that I have seen it. I did not believe it when he told me.
Yes.
So I asked him for it and I have seen it with my eyes.
All right. Now, Mr. Kanye had been given several impressed. See, Mr. Kanye's issue is very serious because not only did he benefit from contract extensions, numerous contract extensions, and but also engaging in procurement activities as well. You've talked about the 1 million plus that he engaged in relation to the procurement of spare parts. No one can see the spare parts of Mr. Kanye procured. In fact, the machinery that was involved was still not functional after the alleged procurement. I'm not sure whether you've learned about that.
We did.
Yes. And Mr. Kanye could not tell us what he did with the money. And to show also evidence of procurement as well. There has to be evidence of procurement as well. But when you look at this file, in addition to that, you see on the 10th of April 2019, you will see that impress were also given to Mr. Kanye. We see on retired impress of $180,000. Dembo SN Sane wrote to Mr. Kanye through a memo in which you were copied, and this acting CEO says, after a report by Finance Manager 2 concerning the above caption, I hereby like to ask you to retire the sum of $180,000 not later than Monday, the 15th of April 2019, being impress issued to you for food for disaster team. Your cooperation is highly solicited. Suspend me is rude and stupid and does not know his term of reference. Came to the council through a process. I came to the council through a process, and let the same process will see me exit. The salary bit is not a problem for me. Both of you two greedy lots will not have your way, and as I am here, you will not have your way once more. Truly, you are all cowards, and I hope you remain cowards. I will use your original letter as a toilet paper for my next visit to the toilet. Mr. Kanye's behavior. From the interviews we had, is just unacceptable in an institution like this. So I'm not sure whether this issue between Mr. Kanye and the administration was put to your notice, but I see that you were copied. I'm not sure.
I'm not copied in this letter.
Okay. But the other disciplinary letter sent to him, you were copied for...
Can I see that one? Is the voucher where they give him the impress there as well?
This is where impress is.
Sorry, I don't see the impress for the honor, and I just see the demand from the
Mr. Kamara,
accounts.
Witness to issues that we have for before 1 o'clock.
Mayor, the documents you submitted,
Yes.
Which you were asked to produce.
Yes.
I perused through the documents, but for the EU grant, which is the 3 million,
Yes.
There are no annexures there too. We do not see, the bundle of documents doesn't contain the annexures, which is contained in one of the documents, which is the external actions of the European Union, that is the grant contract.
The external actions?
Yes, external actions of the European Union, that is the grant contract. If you look at it, page 3 or 4, I'll give it to you to look at.
Yes.
You have Article 6, which provides for the annexures. It has annexure 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And this is also an EU.
Is it the BMZ?
Yes.
The topic say BMZ?
Yes, BMZ.
Okay, it was...
BMZ, yes, BMZ, which is Sustainable Waste Management to reduce child rights violation at the backwater dump site.
Yes, the reason because it's implemented by SOS. So
SOS.
we are beneficiaries of the project.
All right.
SOS is the implementer.
And how did you partner with SOS?
So we...
Were you paid? Were funds paid into your account?
No, not to KMC.
Not to KMC.
Yes, so we co-authored the project.
Project, okay.
Because SOS is affected by the backwater dump site.
Yeah.
So the project is for the backwater dump site. Yeah. So they implemented and we were the beneficiaries.
For these grants that you had,
yeah.
Did you have any technical or financial proposal that was submitted prior to the grants being approved?